Welcome back to Doc Tok, guys, with the Jibawi Brothers. Today's topic is healthy lifestyles. AJ, talk to me about what things you talk about with your patients.
I think honestly, man, this is probably one of my favorite topics of all time. And let me tell you why. Everybody thinks there's a pill that will fix something, right? And this is the biggest problem in our community is like, give me a pill to fix my blood pressure. Give me a pill to fix my sugar. Oh, can I lose weight? Is there a pill to help me lose weight? But nobody wants to get up off the chair and actually start moving. Weight loss doesn't start till about 150 beats per minute. You need to get your heart rate up. That's why we do I push my patients to do a lot of high intensity training. Of course, as they can. Some of them can't do a lot of high intensity training. Walking, maybe fast walking, increase that heart rate up.
Do you start with diet or do you start with exercise? Because that's one of the biggest things that patients have issues is with diet.
I think it's a combination of both, and that's the problem. It's always a combination of both. I think eating after 7 or 8 p.m. is a problem. That's something that you need to. Our metabolism is the lowest at night because we're sitting and we're relaxing. But when we're working all day and moving, then that's your metabolism is kind of actively moving. There should always be a well-balanced diet between carbohydrates, proteins, and fats and all that good stuff. Now, if you're the type of person that doesn't really look into a lot of these different things and say, oh, let me look at the label and figure out how much protein or how much fat, I understand a lot of people are not like that.
You should change what you have in the house first.
Well, that's what it is. It comes down to your shopping.
Yeah.
Right?
I always tell my wife, I'm like, if you put a donut or a salad and they're both in the house, I'm going to go for the donut.
Yeah, you're going to eat it.
Don't put the donut in the house and I won't eat it.
Yeah,
so that's what I always tell my patients. First thing you do is take out the unhealthy things out of your house, right? So fill your house with healthy things so that when you're hungry and you want to binge eat on the healthy things instead of the unhealthy things.
But what if patients don't know what's healthy and what's unhealthy? I mean, it's obvious.
But that's
a donut is unhealthy.
But that's what we're here
and a salad
for.
is healthier. But if I was a patient, if I'm 84 years old
Yeah.
and I'm on a fixed income and I can't afford a salad that's $9, what do I do in this situation?
So first of all, the people that say they can't afford a $9 salad are usually eating $15 steaks. So there has to be a balance too. So you can have a healthy diet. Even if you don't have the right funds, you just got to know what to eat in the right time. That's what we come in for.
Okay.
And we were talking about that in the last episode about picking the right primary care.
Yeah.
And this goes along with it, right? So when you pick a primary care, talk to your primary care. Say, listen, I'm really interested in losing weight. What can I do? And usually what I do is I usually will write a diet plan for my patient and follow up with them. And I'll check up on them. Say, hey, how much weight have you lost? How's your diet? How are you tolerating it? Because some people are just not used to eating that healthy. And so switching from something unhealthy to healthy is very difficult.
Yeah, and you got to set up realistic goals, right? You can't tell a patient, if a patient is 100 pounds overweight, you can't tell them, well, you need to lose 60 pounds by the next visit. It doesn't work like that.
The wording's everything.
Of course.
You don't use those words. You just got to say, look, we're trying to get you healthy.
Yeah, of course.
And the other thing is we're doctors. So there's people that have high blood pressure. There's people that have heart disease, diabetes. So when you switch your diet around, I had a patient that came up to me and said, Doc, I'm eating extremely healthy. All I eat is watermelon and grapes and all of these things. And she's a diabetic.
Yeah.
Her sugar's out of this world. This is not the way to eat. But again, if they don't know, that's why picking the right primary, we keep talking about this, is so that we can guide you on the right way. Healthy lifestyle is everything in your life. The way you sleep, the way you eat, everything is healthy. So when we say healthy, all we talk about is exercise and eating, but there's also many other factors that comes with being healthy.
Yeah, and the right expectations, right? You can't, if a patient has severe knee osteoarthritis and they can't really do much activity, then you got to set the expectations of realistic goals, right? Okay, so let's shoot for a 10-pound weight loss goal for in 3 months.
That's what I usually set for my patients, a pound a week.
If you give them, a certain level of activity and certain diet, then they can maybe work on it, right? I personally believe that fruits, and the majority of the fruits are really high on sugar. So we got to cut down on a lot of issues.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so we got to cut down. Now, of course, I'd prefer that you have some watermelon over a donut or some cheesecake. That's pretty obvious, right? But at the same time, you also have to look at what do you normally eat? Because a lot of the problem with patients is that they don't want to change what
they've been doing. They're mostly older.
If they've been eating the same thing for the last 20 years, it's very hard for them to go and just jump and start eating something else. So what you could do is either you have them eat less of what they're eating, or you can just kind of give them something else or give them options of what they actually like. You can't have every single person eat asparagus.
No.
Some people don't like asparagus. Some people don't like lettuce. Some people don't like spinach. But you ask them, what is it that you like to eat?
And then pick it out
and
for
then
them.
from
and help
there,
them
you
out.
can choose from them. Tell them, hey, listen, this is bad. This is good. Why don't you cut down on this and try this? Because you like that also. Let's try to eat some of that,
Also, if somebody is sleeping 3 hours a night and then they wake up in the morning, they're exhausted. They're not going to exercise. They're going to eat bad. It's a domino effect,
Yeah,
right?
it is. It
So
really
that
is.
first domino effect falls and everything falls with it, right? So
Absolutely.
getting the right sleep, waking up on the right time. I think setting a schedule for yourself. And that's the other thing is people are changing too much. Monday through Friday, they're doing one thing. Saturday, they're going out. They're drinking all night. They're not sleeping. So you have to get a program together of when you fall asleep, when you wake up, when you exercise. Most of these insurance plans have healthways or
Yep.
silver sneakers
Yep,
where they
exactly.
can actually get into a gym, get a personal trainer.
Exactly. And it's all free.
Exactly.
And it's all
It's covered.
free.
So
And that's
that
what
there's
it
no
is.
finance part to it.
And that's what I try to push my patients. I think that initial approach, that first day of getting into the gym is the hardest for a lot of patients. I actually have patients that say, hey, listen, go to the gym. Just get up. Get out of your chair. Go for 10 minutes. That's all I ask. Go for 10 minutes and go home. Then the next day, push yourself. You say, do 12 minutes today.
It starts with the motivation.
It's all about the motivation.
So if you have the motivation, then everything else comes into play, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
As long as your mindset is ready. That's the same thing with everything, smoking, everything that you do.
Yep.
As long as your mindset is right, then you can get it all done. All we want is for our patients to be healthy so that we don't have to wait to treat you and give you medication.
Exactly.
Prevention is everything.
Exactly.
So let's prevent these medical problems from happening by healthier lifestyles.
Exactly.
Okay?
So folks, get up in the morning. If you get up, try to sleep for 7 or 8 hours. That's my recommendation to a lot of my patients, is 7 or 8 hours. There's a lot of studies that show actually if you don't get enough sleep, you actually gain more weight. It increases your stress levels and stuff like that. So try to avoid that. Get your sleep in. At the same time, work out 3 to 4 days a week. That's my personal recommendation. It's 3 to 4 days a week. You don't have to work out 7 days a week, okay? Have a well-balanced diet and stay active. If you do that and follow that regimen, you will stay healthy. You will avoid a lot of medications that are unnecessary, and you'll feel a lot better. That's the most important thing, is the feeling of feeling energetic and feeling happy.
That's one of the biggest things that we're dealing with these new elite offices.
Absolutely.
Is we want everything to be towards the patient.
Yeah, of course.
Getting you healthy. And another thing is that going into, some people have health conditions that they didn't know that they had that's obstructing them from getting exercise, obstructive sleep apnea, all these things, right?
And that's why they got to speak to the
So
doctor.
get the right primary care, okay? From the primary care, he'll guide you on the right path, okay?
Perfect. So again, my name is Dr. Ray J. My office number is 352-382-0258. I'm located in Homosassa, Florida, 92 West Cypress Boulevard. Dr. MJ, where's your office?
Oh, I'm 7366 Cedar Lane, Newport Richie. We have another office that's going to be on Trouble Creek, which is going to be an elite office. I'm super excited about it.
Excellent, man.
We'll have a
Congratulations on
greet
that.
and meet, and we'll get to meet all the people in the community. And that's what I want to do. I want to connect with the people in the community. I want them to come to me so I can change their lives.
That's excellent, Dr. MJ. Thank you again for joining us with Doc Talk with the Jibawi Brothers. Again, I'm Dr. Ray J, and I got my boy, Dr. MJ. All right, guys. Have a great night. We'll see you later. Thank you.